Hello everybody, we're over the hills and today we want to talk about sleeping pads. We were reminded of this because at the end of the Arizona trail my NeoAir XLite developed a leak. Somehow I managed to puncture it, and that happened the night after we were in the Grand Canyon. We were camping in a burn area and I have no idea what happened, but I managed to find and fix the leak, which is really what we wanted to talk about. But before that, we want to talk about the evolution of our sleeping systems. So we started backpacking about 40 years ago, and independently also. And first we started out using Ensolite pads.
Ensolite pads. Yeah, I was in college. And my first experience with backpacking was taking a rock climbing class where we all went on a field trip, and I used a backpack and a thin Ensolite pad, and I'm sure I didn't get any sleep at all that night. So uncomfortable.
Yeah, well, the Ensolite pads were the only things to sleep on back then. And I think for me it was 1980 was my first backpack. So the Ensolite pads are a closed cell foam. They're about 3/8 of an inch thick, and they were really uncomfortable. They were cheap though, about $10, and they were fairly light, about a pound. So yeah, it was really hard to sleep, especially the first night out when you weren't super tired. Once you're tired enough, you'll sleep no matter what, but it was very unpleasant.
Wake up sore too.
Yeah. And so when Cascade Designs, or Thermarest, I'm not sure what the company was called then, they brought out the original Thermarest. And so we both had one of those, and they were revolutionary. They were 1.5 inches thick, and here we still have them. 1.5 inches thick, and they were open cell foam and self-inflating. Sorry, I like you. And we used these for a good 20-25 years, and we still use them when we're car camping, but they are kind of heavy.
And they're long. They didn't come in a short size.
Well,
so
they
I had
did.
how many feet hanging over?
Yeah, they did at some point start making a small one. And anyway, these were very puncture resistant, although this particular one does have a hole in it which was patched. But these could only be punctured really by cactus spines. Otherwise they never got punctured. And then we graduated.
Newfangled Thermarest. 1.5 inches thick?
Yeah, these are 1.5 inches thick. Same as the original ones, but these are much lighter. So this one weighs about 12 ounces, I think, for the short. Yeah, 12 ounces. Very much more expensive, mind you. And these ones we used for 5 years, and we never ever had a puncture in them.
Even in the desert?
Yeah, well, you know, you try and be as careful as you can, but yeah, we never got punctured. And then we graduated to the Thermarest, the NeoAir XLite, and we got these because they only weigh 8 ounces for the short.
And they fit perfectly, only this much short. But then I use my Z-Rest foot sit pad at the bottom of my feet, and so it works out great. And Ridgeroot uses his pack to put his feet on.
Right. And we tried these because you'll see a lot of thru hikers actually sleeping on the larger version of these, the Z-Rest. So we tried it, and it was too uncomfortable for us. So that might be an age thing. If you're younger, you can sleep on anything, you know. But as you get older, I don't know.
We like our comforts.
Yeah. A good night's sleep is worth a lot.
Hard enough to sleep. And to pump them up, we use a Sea to Summit dry sack. And they pump up in about 3 sackfuls. Ridgeroot Dremeled out the nozzle so that it would fit.
Yeah, apparently the Seat to Summit nozzle is a little bit smaller.
And Thermarest also makes a pump sack, but it's much heavier than the Seat to Summit.
And the attachment thing is just a piece of plastic with a hole in it. It doesn't work nearly as well as this, which actually has a almost rigid piece that fits over the nozzle. It's hard to see on the Thermarest. And they're really easy to use, and it's so much better than using lung air. So you just open it up, fill it, roll it. And squeeze the air in. 3 bags full is all it takes.
And these sacks are also, since they're dry sacks, good for keeping your down outerwear dry.
Well, you keep the sleeping bag in it too.
Yeah, and I put the sleeping bag as well as my down clothes in here. So, dual purpose.
So the problem with these though is that they are super fragile and they're very prone to getting leaks. And the leaks are very hard to find. So when we were on the Arizona Trail, I made a video describing how to fix these leaks. What you've got to do is blow them up as high as you can, and then make some soapy water. So get a bowl full of soapy water and sponge that onto the surface, and then pull this over and kneel on it. So you're putting as much pressure on it as you possibly can. And then you can usually hear it hissing, the leak. And that works so much better, I found, than trying to submerge it in a bathtub. I've tried that. I haven't been able to find the leak that I could find by pumping it up, kneeling on it, and using soapy water. And it's guaranteed that you're going to get leaks in these things. I mean, on the PCT, I think I fixed 10 leaks. On the Arizona Trail, at least 1 leak. I'm not sure about the beginning, but certainly one in the last 200 miles. Last night I discovered there was a hole in my Thermarest. This is the way you find it. You blow it up, you sit on it to put pressure on it, you get some soapy water, and I already marked the spot. You can hear it gushing. So what we're going to do is wait for it to dry, then put a dab of seam grip on it, and then cover that with tenacious tape. And that seems to work really well to hold it. But man, these Thermarests, they're really prone to leaking, puncturing. And I have no idea what could have punctured this one, but on the PCT I got 9 or 10 holes, and I think only one of them was in the desert. The rest were in pine forest, just like this one. A real pain in the ass. So they're really comfortable when they hold the air, but when they slowly deflate, yeah, a real pain in the ass. You don't get a good night's sleep. Okay, X marks the spot. So we're going to put a dab of seam grip here. That's probably enough to hold it right there. And then we'll wait for that to dry, and then put some tenacious tape over it. Well, there's my tenacious tape patch. We'll check back tomorrow and see whether it holds. Hope so. There's one on the other side too, a patch that I made. I've forgotten about. That was last year. Here's last year's patch. The good news is that the repair on my NeoAir worked really well. So I got a good night's sleep.
That means I got a good
The other problem with these is that they internally delaminate. And so they're held together in kind of a concertina fashion. They're sealed across the lengthwise all along this on the inside. And eventually those heat formed seals start to break and the things blister. And when they do that, Thermarest will replace them under warranty. So you have to either send them back and you'll get a cosmetic second, or if you're a through hiker, or claim to be a through hiker, and you take it to a store, the store will warranty replace them with a new one. So that's a good tip.
Which we did when we were in Shasta town.
Well, we've had to replace several. So we replaced one in Shasta, we replaced one here in San Diego just before we went back on the Arizona Trail. And yeah, so they stand by their products, but guaranteed these are going to fail. And so if you're out on a long hike, you have to know how to fix these in the field. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
I hope this is helpful to you.
Hope you have a good restful night on an inflated mattress.
A well-inflated mattress. Yeah, it's the key to a good sleep. Okay, see you on the trail.